Alright, we're here with more China. It's just one series again today on Friday the 3rd of May. It's Wolves versus JDG. JDG for Stage 1 playoffs, nothing to play for as a 0-4 for Wolves. Win would pretty much put you in a great position. I don't know if it confirms you, but yeah. This is the same vibe of Vitality versus Koi. And JDG actually picking Lotus despite looking atrocious against Billy last week on this map. Especially on the defense, they didn't have any idea on what they wanted to be doing here, and Wolves still sticking to their like double duelist Sova no Viper that they were running against Trace a couple of weeks ago. Shock Dart in to try and break some utility here, but it's just the turret setup. And actually having 3 people here and ready and waiting looks... Well, I mean, JDG have done more on this defense now when it comes to making decisions than they did last time. Like, deadly serious. It was really, like, out of pocket. Stu gets at least a trade onto Spring as Viva goes down, so that means that the Poison Cloud's down. So these guys have to just go in and fight, which is a better look. Wolves, atrocious win rate with pistols, so this isn't too surprising thus far. But this execute kind of just was a whiff in the air. Wasn't a lot of like strength or impact on your way in. And Stu's pretty low at least, but a 1 versus 3 on the site, and then the Omen watching and in contact there. So JDG picking up a really nice pistol. How had Aluba taken 40 damage at the start of the round? Probably just like spraying. Guess we'll see in a second though. Oh, and Stu was a little bit whiffy there too, to be fair. From where? I don't know where he was stood. Was he here? Or was he just here? Smoke, Haunt, opening the door. Prowler for B main. Does connect onto Aluba. I wonder how much Wolves were expecting this pick. He was ace, probably the aggression and nade from there. Yeah, maybe. Nade's probably the most likely. But actually, a FPX buy here. You got 2 players on Ghosts, which is like risky with the form that you've been having, let's be honest. But they are trying to play it properly. I mean, overall, this looks a lot more coherent from JDG. You got the attack one way as well to just give you a position to break this turret. Viva playing in on site. I mean, it's a good place to snakebite from and such. But at the same time, you only have a Ghost. Yeah, it's good information. I mean, it's stacked in the right way. The problem is, with double duelist and a Sova, would it matter? But the execute can still be just powerful enough to power on through. Martin going in for more is definitely a fucking choice. 13 seconds to plant. Great nade just to delay them. As it stopped them completely. This is still looking a little bit wishy-washy. Yeah, J. Kuro's just playing in there. And they've stalled it out at least. They've stopped the plant. It's still like fairly decent damage. 3 players going down. Aluba making sure that more go down. So you're only taking 1 rifle in.
这就是刚刚讲到的3长枪2手枪，是比较贪了，但是这种情况你看到，如果是赢下来也赢得很惨烈。对，所以这样的一个出枪方式的话，接下来对方的长枪局要看一下他的选择，第3回合要不要硬打。但是以这个队伍的整个的风格来说，他第3回合选择强起。
Nade was good. A little bit of the spam damage as well. It just came in beforehand. Saving the paranoia too there is good for J. Kuro. Alright, so you've given the 1 rifle that you had to Stu, and then you got 3 shafts to Stinger, and Stu is in. Lose Martin early. Viva's trying to get a peeking and a timing. Did you manage to pick up the gun from him? Yeah, you'll be able to get it now, so YH has it. And a rifle's been picked up from Viva as well, so... J. Kuro, did he pick up a gun? I guess there was only one available. So he's got a stinger. Yeah, what's this called? They're planting for open or wolves, but they're not playing for open. If you're gonna have this kind of planting you're playing here, you're better off doing it on this side, surely. You only want to be planting here when you have players like here and here and here. I mean, just the fact that it's planted here has made them maybe look in that direction. There's not really any time now to go for a proper retake, so you're just aiming for like exit frags? I guess so. A very interesting decision. Because you've saved 2 rifles. You want to do more damage than this. Like, Plague's going down. 2 kills is not really enough, I think, for JDG, for it to be worthwhile for them to save those guns. 枪械混起的情况下，金龙茂 JDG 做的这种主动的前压是非常不错。但是有一个点是因为他黑梦和幽影都是陪着雷兹一起出来，所以在 I mean, now you get a kill. You've got 2 rifles in a 3 versus 4. Like, you can't be like sort of pseudo saving.
这样的阵容确实主要就是一个突破能力极强。对于金龙来说，能不能够防止住对方的
？Well, you're on a bonus. Like, you gotta do damage. Alright, Stu. Nice shot. Want to get some good information? You also have a showstopper.
其实从上场就能看出来 ，Stu 的整个的状态是处于一个回升的一个状态啊，是一个回暖非常明显的情况。是的。
There's a lot more like playing in tree and then using the wall, putting it down, opening the door to check. How did that work? I think he just saw where the smoke came in and saw the dash before the smoke fully bloomed. So he just aimed right in the center. Didn't know that happened so quickly. So they're inserting Spring here. They're only duelist that they have left alive, whilst the rest of the team head towards B. Prowler gets information there. 55 seconds. What's the plan? This has been pinged. This needs to be treated very carefully. Haunt, the sub-secret was broken. They haunt to check this close corner. And Spring, I think Spring could do so much here. I was a bit worried it was just going to back out and leave it. Yeah, this smoke should definitely like have alarm bells ringing. Nade now too. Still got this alarm bot to play off. You've got the Viper here too. The showstopper right in that corner. Perfectly placed from Stu. Really nicely done. Got Viper with snake bites here that's delaying this out a little bit more. Pushing them towards C. You've got these alarm bots and stuff. Nobody's on site. Time being bought. Recon showing that the Killjoy is off site. Do you have anything else to stall this with? Just have a shallow haunt. And then, yeah, like retakes were a little bit problematic for JDG. Just anything that required some semblance of coordination was just bad from JDG. So, can they get some good utility out of this? Paranoid, well, it hits Stu for one, so that's a bit of a rough start. And Aluba's just winning a lot of aim duels. And Stu, he's up on the high ground. He should know. Oh, man, unlucky. Very close. I mean, we need to see it from Aluba's POV, I think, but it didn't really look that good for a retake there. Especially when you're in a 5 versus 3. Yeah, Aluba's just on the low ground, Mountain peeking one at a time. 5v3 retake and you lose it. And a tech pause? Yes, this is a tech pause. I recognize the music enough. How cold is it in here for... Is this J. Kuro? Wearing the full jacket and everything. 打进包点之后的这种纪律性和一个协同能力啊，
对，就是一个是你刚才说到的京东今天整
That's
个的
YH.
状况
Oh, sorry.
回来了，而且
They actually know what YH
今
look
天最重要
like.
的是，当他做完战术布牌之后，该做决定的那一刻能提速了，不像之前我们一直在说打得很冗长、很拖沓这种感觉，今天没有了。
Talon the 7-3 on bind. Yeah, but they got choice aside, so I guess see what it's like in the second half.
4分的时间过去了，狼队基本就没有找到过京东末 JDG 的一个弱侧。是这一点上来说，和他们一个单摸受阻啊，包括可能重心再放在进攻。自己的一个前3个人到4个人的第一波方向上有关系，但是你会发现，往往如果进到包点里面有2、3个人，甚至或技能道具组的一个拖延的话，是比较难的。来了
Yeah, I saw the 13-0. We saw it just beforehand.
哥和 Missing
对，一起观赛和加入助威了啊。
也是
We were watching that just before.
其实狼队的这一场的一个对阵比赛当中啊，来为京东的小伙子们加油助威。
是的，但是今天的比赛对于他们来说，更多的就是一场孤注一掷的自证之战了。对于他们来说
WOL seem to be building up a good fan base, though.
到自己后续的一个赛程了，但是对于他们每个
Seeing more and more signs for them and stuff like that.
是的，当你一直就是以前取得过非常好的成绩，站到过
That's YU, isn't it?
的时候，是当你现在如履薄冰的时候，你可能需要的就是这种胜利，胜利才是对你最直观的。
This is JKRO, isn't it?
你现在的这一条变革的路是对的。
是的，确实是对的。最近的整个的表现明显回升，而且最近整个看到很多的京东粉丝，其实也是因为爱之深，所以有些时候也是责之切，也会说，其实我很远过来就是为了追京东，起码我要让我看到你们的进步和那股冲劲儿，你还有战斗的欲望。而在最近2场，我们确实看到曾经的京东逐渐找回。
是的。而对于他们而言，其实最后一场遇到的对手，今天的狼队。
I thought YH was like a little bit older, actually.
进到季后赛当中的这样命运的一个责任啊。对，所以这一场胜利，其实对于狼队而言，他们同样非常的渴求。
是的，刚才我们说过了，对于狼队接下来的晋级之旅来说，有4个大选项。
Probably doesn't take too long.
但是如果输了的情况下，瞬间就只有一个可能的情况了，所以整个的难度确实非常大。他如果是今天
Is it a Wolves like tech pause as well? Yeah.
只有可能在 BLG 0-2的情况下，狼队和 BLG 来两。
People are talking a little bit, so I don't know if
是的，就是在
we'll be back into it soon.
全部排开之后，除非就是。
Yep. Everybody's sitting up and everybody's talking, everybody's ready, so we're back in.
都是3-3的情况下 ，BLG 很多的一些选择当中都是有一些优势。
Pretty good time for them to figure themselves out. I mean, they can't talk when it's the tech pause.
前面的4回合，
So
队伍都能够看出来。
I mean, they can talk about just like general stuff that's happening in the moment.
那在上一分的一个失利之后，京东末 JDG 现在也是来到了自己的
like a mental
但是还是有一些枪械上能够去混起。
mental win. Right, Blade Storm used from YU.
看看巨人接下来有没有一个好的发挥。
Sort of a lullaby here. So you got the Scythe, Killjoy, and the Viper over on C as per usual. Stu with a Guardian just ahead of the alarm bot in B main, which should catch people out. JKRO's fighting on A. Really, not really had to worry about too much here at all, to be fair. Just because you don't have this Viper wall to like allow people to lurk in and insert themselves. Like having the Omen here seems to just do a lot. But I can't help but like part of me wants to have JKRO when the execute happens because of paranoia in various positions. Like having JKRO here and such is really nice. Only 2 knives left. Never mind, they've just been reset. 2v2. What kind of guns can get picked up? Well, it's a rifle now for JKRO. Stu needs to just chill for a second. And JKRO's gone for the door. He still has a paranoia. He's managed to actually just actively walk out. Great shot from YU. But I was watching JKRO's positioning. Paranoia missed again. And Plex is just on that angle. Couple of rough flashes though from JKRO. But I mean that's an eco for JDG. Like good damage. This is a good shot onto Martin just as he's trying to get out.
这一分无疑 YU 是最大的功臣啊！近点的这个破点的速度不必多说，差一点点。阿鲁巴这边本来是
crazy shot
一个底牌保障，如果不是 JKRO 成功的用正义断掉了阿鲁巴，其实这一分
You just don't want the mental for JDG to keep going here. Like you're close, you're like keeping pace with them to an extent. Yeah, I mean the lurk did like you're opening the door, so you are giving it away a little bit. This Omen TP though could be a problem, and you've lost YH already because of this like weird like C and B push.
3个人已经把 B 包占下了，那现在
Oh, you've actually got the Omen here.
隔断掉了。
He's flashed.
完全架住了，就看见
And they think that he knows that he's there or not. Now he will. That's the spike. Just
但是没办法，瀑布
crazy fight.
绕回狼队稳稳守
Just
住。
descended into mud very quickly.
失火了，你城外火速
Like
救
time out
援
here might be
没有
good.
办法了。
对，
那这一分可以感觉到现在 YU 的手感非常之火热，而且他们在 C 大区的一个对抗啊，一直给到了京东梦 JDG 很大的压力。是否考虑一下这分结束之后要调整一下这边的一个整体基
I
本？
think YH was just on his own.
狼队拿到双决斗之后，把他的集群战术。
Goldfish did really well to just like hold in this position here.
之前这种战术，你要么就是什么非常极致的集群
Did good. Another eco required.
信息刷的
Timeout here might have been nice.
出来。
现在狼队有2分的一个进攻分上的一个优势啊。小川手里还有玩焰环，而这一分京东梦 JDG 又是一个eco 的情况，所以这一分其实打的耐心一些就可以了。
对，枪械劣势对于
I do think that this kind of default is a better approach to have it, because like C executes for this comp should be a lot easier. Like going A is hard. They're only going A now because they're on an anti-eco.
弱侧了，但是其实点里面还有奇乐到底。
But this can definitely be around the JDG pickup here, especially now.
马尔汀现在全身封锁有了
Showstoppers used, Paranoia
能够及时撤掉吗？躲避这时候玩焰环好像没。
just catches onto Martin, only just. You got a player in drop. Nobody's like keenly aware of it. Yeah, like awkward hold from Blix. Don't know if I like the peek from YH onto Aluba afterwards.
现在对于京东来说，手里还有一颗暗眼，还有
They know that J Kuro's in there. He's got a Paranoia. Really nice connection. Aluba, very smart, just spraying that position. You're kind of stuck in the choke a bit.
有人滑下来，这
Another player's gone drop. It's Stu. Goldfish is just a little bit wider. They are planting again for here when they're like holding in tree like this. It's odd.
防守之下没有办法突破。
I guess it's just to allow you like this, what they're doing right now. That you can play on the site like this, but if you need to go this way, you can do to sort of play for the spike there.
250
As opposed to like doing this and then having to kind of like go through the door to go this way.
狙的一个机会啊。
而且这几回合连续的掉分的情况下，接下来要不要考虑一下，阻止一下对方这种强行进攻的连抓分的一个情况了？有没有可能暂停要来了？
Yeah, it, again, is one of those rounds that like good damage from JDG.
是 A 大强硬的抢下来。
Like 2 players, like, you could easily have got this. You got 2 players that are super low. Don't like this timeout because you have a full by now.
是的，而
You
且
can see what ultimates they have. You can see what ultimates you have.
对方顶得更硬，也没有找到机会，所以就像你刚才说的，接下来一直没有做过尝试，就是什么 A 大前顶 ，A 大抓信息，有没有可能做这个针对点？
我觉得
Would you have rather done Killjoy?
在这个暂停回来之后
I，think I would have rather done Killjoy.
去对抗也是不无可能。
But you are also like playing without a Viper and stuff, so
刚刚包括
I think it's mostly like just comfort.
要去出
You can have the Cypher trip set up and stuff and
来说可能不是
play all of that utility on C and then just play A with the rest of your team on
上
defense.
面来看管一个通道，然后
Like you can just stack bodies places. Whereas Killjoy, you're always like focusing around your utility quite a lot.
整个的牌子有一些小小的心酸，但是也包含满满的期望。但说实话，如果你能够在一个队伍最低谷的时候，能够继续支持和陪伴，说不定你能够对他的情感代入更深，等他崛起的那一刻。
对，因为我们都知道这些选手
5-2 only rounds at JDG. Everyone has a pistol in the round after.
只是寄存在他们的身体当中，但是也许不是今天来释放。
How is this going to be deployed when you know that they have this?
但是狼队这边
You have a Nightfall almost too.
的一个 counter 啊，接下来要看一下放的机会了。
Camera broken.
对，回来之后
Fade Prowler forced out.
慢速的默认价点。
This is really nice actually from Aluba because this is something that they haven't really done yet.
火焰火的要防止对方找见点的情况下，快速对自己造成减员啊。尽量先抓人，先找到这个晚焰火点到底在哪
Because。Wolves like, all right, we've done a lot of stuff towards C, we've done a little bit towards B. They've done a timeout. Let's see if we can get this luck on A. YH, good first kill. Nightfall gets some information.
兄弟救我！
Has to back off. Really good read from Stu to catch this luck too.
楼梯位置拉了出来，帮助队伍稳定了后。
I think he literally like top decked the Nightfall too as well off the kill.
虽然能够
So you have a lockdown here. How do you want to play this retake? Like this can't be a fuck up.
已经带着晚焰火的导弹已经来到了 B
Right, Martin actually gets it though. He's just playing from that normal position. Actually, a really nice retake, a flawless one. And you haven't had to use a showstopper, and you haven't had to use a lockdown.
给出暂停之后的回答就是，我们现在不要做太过于激进的一个前顶控制，然后来通过我们自己一个稳健的回防。
Yeah, because these guys took so much like focus. It just allows Martin, like we'll see it from Martin's POV now, surely.
每一把都管得牢。
So much focus goes on where the haunt is that Martin's just able to peek out and get free. Paranoia as well from J Kuro. A lot better this time too.
狼队有可能做到一个应对的安排。等你做了安排，我来。
Excelente.
这就是狼队加默认的一个最大的
Smart from Martin. Yeah, smarting.
顶得非常凶的情况下，我就能抓到你另一侧的一个弱点。
Yeah, you got some good ult rotations here, though.
刚才狼队在对手的暂停回合选择的 B 点 RA 点，点是
Money is starting to get a little bit tight for Wolves, so just keep doing what you're doing, JDG. Keep rotating this out. 4 players heading over towards A to be aggressive here.
还是
What Martin does here is important. If Martin dies early, I'm going to be mad.
技能点数上这一回合其实进攻方没有什么
Can we use Anders terms for ult cycles?
或者说用来去手爆
I mean, I don't know what terms he would have other than just ult cycles.
对留康特尔比较重要
I wouldn't say that's an Anders term either. Like, I come from Overwatch, which is like a big portion of the game is ultimates. Snake Bite Nanoswarm combo. Viva gets another one from just spraying through. Clicks with a Judge, manages to jump across. Viva gets 3 before he's traded, so it's a 3 versus 2. These guys resetting, opening the door, or at least faking that way. Aluba's in on the site, and they're giving a lot of respect up, which is good, because I think if Aluba stays here and these guys don't expect that he's in, Aluba can easily just get a kill. Like the fence ult.
并不能帮助他们2打3当中去收获到更多。
是的，现在等你进来的话，我再放大招。
Yeah, don't overpeak this Jew.
一起狂欢直接给出来玩一波。
Yeah, nice and simple.
是的，现在是一波3打1。Cotton Fish 现在大招是没有一个好的释放机会的，只能看一下接下来枪有没有架住造减人的机会了。
手里还有1600的一个存款，下一分队友可能都没钱了，
包还没有放得下来。现在
Did they see him?
操作一下啊。
I don't think they did. This is so much better from JDG though. Like actual like respect given. They don't need to rush anything. Picking a plan. 2 people sort of facing. Yeah, fence ults is just like if you have them, use them kind of thing.
水下的位置是双
Like they're not defining to a round, but they can just augment it if it's needed.
第一赛段的前半节来说的话，京东的打法就突出一个什么战术是有的，但是整个打得很犹豫。但你看，在今天一旦对方的信息被自己抓到的情况下，他的应对下的很果断。我觉得来了。
最重要的一点是，现在京东和 JDG 看起来沟通变得更加好。
哎
All right, all right.
他们在配合性上，无疑这肯定是要有沟通的一个桥梁带来的。
It's Vivo to really hold down. I mean, yeah, it's just so much better. Like Stu's not over peaking,
所以其实对于
no over facing.
确实是很难的。
是，但你要知道这个版本，你看现在阿鲁巴的0也还没有削弱。
Like a 7-5 half here would be fantastic.
狼队在渗透这一块啊就没成功过。其实第10回合了，他们没法。
What ultimates? Well, they're on an eco. They have Hunter's Fury still.
是为什么在这？
I mean, honestly, like, if they're just holding on to this Hunter's Fury for this, I don't hate not using this. You know what I mean? Like,
地区的一个信息。
被小鸡打了15滴血。
if you can stop them just using Hunter's Fury full stop, you might as well.
现在两边这狂烈之怒和
Weird buy from Spring. Yeah, you're right, actually. He's bought up. They don't really have the money for it.
京东这边手里现在还有一手魁父，还是有一定的操作空间的。
Unless he's going for half armor in the next round, but even then, it's still a stretch.
对面进了。
J. Kuro is in way too deep.
知道有人已经逐风进来了。
Yeah, I mean, the trade is not worth it, I don't think.
里斯这位置有没有可能去接到或者断到一些人？
You got a late lurk here, too.
交叉的枪线。
And just peeking out. Plix, luckily traded. Shocked that actually kills Martin, though, from the bit of damage that was done.
那这一分也是强行。
Viva gets 1. Coldfish, last alive.
打2。
I mean,
扣的废墟。
Hunter's Fury for the post plant.
说实话，
They don't expect that he's going to flank all the way around. Coldfish might have owned this.
京东冒 JDG 的视角里面，第一时间不是那么好去察觉到的，因为他们包点没有似乎过哦。
没看1打1。
小型无人机再放出来 ，Viva 就在
Viva can get half.
真拆还是假拆？看到
Gets a tag.
先不要。
As he's on it.
完了，这个
Oh, I tagged him too.
喂，有身法，
顶着
Oh, it was just too high. It took off the top of his head.
捏了猎枭的心理啊，扣的废墟好难受。
Did he get tagged off the first one or did he get tagged off the third shot? That looked like it hit.
这一分
But it was literally like I think he got hit by the first tag,
标定的情况下去，
and then the third shot. The only reason why I was pinged is because the recon data came
再
in.
往左去骗一骗这个
But yeah, actual chan energy from Viva just gets a haircut.
必包这个
Yeah, drone as well. Actually, it might have been. There was 2 pings from that. I don't know.
身位于一身，没问题啊。
是的，全是细节。
打得很聪明。
Crazy round though.
说啊，对于 进攻方这边的话，
Oh no, no, he didn't get hit by the first ping.
造成了很大的
So he literally did the look
已
around.
经是拆的相当不错了。
狼队要叫暂停了，因为他们其实我觉得最大的问题是没有找到。
So it was so good of him to dodge the first shots, and then it doesn't matter if he gets hit by the third because he's already on the
开始
defuse.
进攻那一段其实没有
Really
太大
nicely
优势
done.
往往在回防的一个阶段，他们是非常强硬的。但可惜可能前面的窟窿有点大的一个情况下，导致后续有些分没有办法第一时间。
I feel bad for Coldfish.
这个
Yeah, but what makes it worse is like their buy's a little bit shit now, but also there's a lockdown without Hunter's Fury to go up against it.
他们如果在双决，
So again, I'm expecting like good decision making from Martin, because so far, like
还剩最后2分的
this has been some of the like most well put together Valorant that I've seen from JDG in like weeks,
今天
especially on this map.
京东的粉丝内心是包含期待的，对于京东的选手，他们同样明白这一刻的压力。
Like defense last week, they were completely lost. It was beyond a joke at how rough it was for them.
JDG
It's depressing.
掏出了明狙，而明狙
Talon at 11-7.
第一波现在狼队
He might go to a full free mapper then. Good response from getting 13-0 to like come back like that.
自己的全面封锁。
Yeah, so so we like last week, for example, we saw Stewards the race throwing a nade here and then just standing in B, not really knowing what to do. But here, like, they actually have like a strong side, weak side. Aggressive here, they do the haunt here. No pressure at all from C, so they're going to Viper's Pit. And then they have 4 people stacked over towards A with a Viper wall, with Killjoy utility.
现在4-6的明狙还没有漏枪声，还没有暴露。
The only thing to worry about here is like obviously this, but you have got a turret that's actively watching it.
就不会走了。因为 B 区现在你要睡门。
The only concerning thing for JDG here is if they just rush
哎
this.
呦，烟消散了。
YH isn't really expecting it. Oh, lucky Stew. Almost got cut out by the time. And here's the execute though. Jikuro's on site. He's going for more. He's going for more. Is it going to be an ace?
跟枪瞬间变
He's paranoid him perfectly. He's spraying in the right place.
爆炸，但是枪
Boombot. It goes right past him.
在烟后瑟瑟发抖，兄弟们没人了，怎么瞬间？
Go on, give him the ace.
前顶抓些 timing 了。
Jikuro's been through enough this stage. Give him an ace.
真难呀！
他现在前狼后虎是 Stew 的明狙。
Yay! Oh no, it wasn't an ace, sorry. I thought he got 4 kills.
这一刻就是你的明狙响，同时知道你的棋路在 A 点的情况下，我依然。
Where did Martin get a kill from? Was he just spraying from like a similar spot?
这一回合这骷髅又发挥，
Oh, was it this third one? No. 12th one.
也许这个状态确实是我们想
Ah,
要
it's
的。
effectively an ace. He was involved in every kill.
我们不管他来的时间是否晚，但我觉得看到了就是希望啊。
是的，
This is what you like to see, though.
分别不来，
是的，
这个事情。
上半场的最后1分，狼队在双决斗仅空下5分的一个情况下，看一下自己在这一分。
7-5 half for JDG would be phenomenal, so long as their attack side doesn't look
距离枪械
tragic.
正常来说就是要提 B， 但是他今天打 B 全都
But against this comp, I think you're not going to have as much stall. It should be easier to execute.
前面给了挺多技能的。
蝰蛇来了，蝰蛇来了，同时2楼Stew，同时也到了 AB Lin 也打通，这个时候包地谁还下不来。
YU 靠自己
Oh,
的
YU,
想法对
good
掉
kill
了
onto Jikuro.
YH 奥丁也想了
YH actually even bringing out a little bit of Odin fighting. Yeah, pushing this actively. I hope you're ready to deal with this.
往一边杀，
Is it going to be able to break the lockdown?
找见了巨人，正面
Who else was here?
靠了自己的巨人完成3杀21滴血，还有
Is Lotus attacker or defender sided? Attacker sided, predominantly.
最后1分了，但是 Stew 手里是个明狙，确实好难操作啊。还有
So 6-6. I
帮助 YU，
do have a problem with it being 6-6. Is I feel like JDG
最重要。
Stew 现在退碎之区
they always tend to finish the first half 6-0 and then they just lose on the second half.
到一个解决拆分还有机会，起标配有点3连发，
Alright, fair enough.
办法，这个
All right, 6-0.
半场，狼队还是坚持了自己双
I've seen teams get more defense rounds and attack rounds on this map. Yeah, well, it is a general sense, right?
那双方是一个平局的
It
状态。
depends on the comp. It depends on the teams.
现在在我们私人赛区这边的数据来看啊，在莲华这张地图上，其实相对均衡。
Like if Bleed attacking on Lotus against, I don't know,
这一
DRX,
分阿鲁巴的渗透是
it's not going to be super surprising if you see DRX
12分的过去里面
like
我觉得就上
destroying on their defensive half against a team like Bleed, right?
但是我刚才想说的是什么呢？其实我觉得是能接受的。一方面是结合数据，
It's just a
另外一
general
方面
sense.
狼队是什么阵容？这个阵容接下来来到了进攻方，没有打出这
Yeah,
个
good
好
stuff.
成绩。
I'm going to quickly
接下来防守方
run ads just in the halftime
我
break
们的大象击拳，
because we have a minute still to play anyway. Just so like we actually get nobody having ads when it matters because this could go to OT and stuff, right?
今天是来到
So
现场的观众朋友们都比较期待这一场狼队以及是进
it's
攻
a
的
trend I've seen in every game.
生涯
Yeah.
法子。
it'd be a problem if
没问题啊。
if a map is attack or defense sided that it's always that.
其实观众看到这一刻吧，我相信对于
It stops being a trend and more like a fact.
会逐渐的
A JDG back? I don't want to say just yet, but they're playing well. So far, that was a good defensive half. One of the better defensive halves we've seen from this team on this map, that's for sure. Not that there wasn't really too much to go for anyway.
什么我也不搞段子了，就是加油，打出精彩就好，打出你的自信，打出你曾经让我们看到的那一份高光。
New maps tend to be defender sided, I think. Oh no, sorry, they tend to be attacker sided.
对于狼队而言，来到了比较熟悉的一个。
Tell them what I'm buying, that's pretty cool.
他们又是一个双决斗的阵容，可能会
Thank you, Grimhar.
一些前点压力。对，双决斗的情况下去频繁的做一个
Decide a sunset.
是的，然后但是我现在还是在
Depends really what Paper X are going to play and what Talon are expecting them to play.
其实主要的玩法就
Because if they change it up strat-wise, you know, could be interesting.
是打反清，要么就是直接先让点打反清，所以看他会怎么来做选择了。
金德莫 JDG 131啊。 但是对于狼队这边来说，来了一个32呢 ，A 大这边
Surfer Boys carried with a Viper Harbor. Yeah, I think Viper Harbor on that map is pretty good, especially with like Viper nerfs coming in.
是的 ，A 点已经是3人顶点。
Could be quite good. I've seen a lot of teams move away from Brim, but I guess that's just because there's more KO being used.
开门往 C 走的。
但是瞬间的 A 点和 C 点2点的一个钱都没有抓到。
Yeah, YA just looking for a fight, activate dash early. Good posturing. I love that YH and Stu are joined at the hip. Like this trio running around the map, and then you've got Martin and Viva to be defaulting and lurking. I really like.
没有留钉子来看信息的，总体来说，对于信息的，对于地图的掌控力是明显下降的。刚才这么玩下来的话，
Like the team actively looking well drilled is very nice.
放了枪声，而且
I can't express how happy. Like even if we just see JDG like losing this series, like I'm happy with how they've been playing so far.
半线现在对于手枪局的近点压制还是挺大的，而且现在的半线是还没有削弱的半线啊。
I hope that they don't overthink stuff here though.
哎，注意一下，
Because here you know that there's a trip over on C, there's very little that you can deal with it.
来了，
Martin spotted with a jump peek, actually gets a shot into spring.
今天其实金德莫
And the door's opened.
对，
频繁的在拉扯。
Don't reset and go back. You are in an awkward position now, where you need to play this close corner.
克里斯这是一个常规的藏点位。
Plex haven't. Yeah, he needs to break it. That should be enough of a giveaway. Paranoia is good. Is he going to try and peek off of it? No, Martin gets a good kill. And you got 20 seconds left and you're trying to go C.
扔倒了，但是狼队的回防也
You should be good for timing, but it's calling it very close in the day. This trip also needs to be broken. Hyper-aware. Yep. Go, 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 go. 6, 5. Yeah. All right. Not quite Melon's moments here, but
也是他曾经最擅长的东西。
而且他们知道 C 大是他们绝对安全的一个区域。
对，
然后
overall macro stuff good.
他们控制
Sense of time not too good. That could have backfired.
你看这分还有一个鬼眼，然后有一个自动哨兵，都是能够
All right. What are your post plans like?
狼队就
You have player advantage, the paranoia, the haunt. The haunt gets broken. J. Kuro gets wall banged because of he's basically hugging that box.
但是一波3拉，补枪非常快。
正义在
Observers, you're doing me dirty here. Martin, nice. 1 versus 2.
能不能做到一个好的拆分？
And it's Stu that's going all the way around an elbow. Very nice. Both pistols won.
克里斯再次发挥的角度。
一波千里迁徙过来。
Yeah, these guys look like they're vibing more. This is good.
这个手枪局的拉扯，我觉得这真的是需要。
Is it clean? Not really. Is it like actually playing well around the map?
吃到了 A 区
Yeah, kinda.
然后压制你 C 区前顶的截锋。
Considering like this comp is definitely very odd, and we've seen JDG just struggle against weird comps a lot, like triple initiator from Nova on Bind, the breach on Ascent from Nova too.
之前
Any weird comps? Jet Rainer on Icebox against Billy last week.
后一下差一点。
JDG just look lost when they're playing up against somebody that's a little bit different. But here,
那现在
like they get that information. Oh, there's a trip over on C. Can't really break it though. We'll go towards A. We'll get a kill. We'll go back. We know that we need to clear
直
this.
接准备魔通，还有道具在做拖延。
然后放一只暗兽，把你先逼回点你。
Why has Reina played so much on Icebox? It's a good Hail Mary pick, and also it's just a good agent to have to fight for A main and be able to dismiss out.
现在其实终极技能的一个循环
Like it's just pure aggression.
Y 制成3颗 ，Steal 3颗是不错的一个开始。
而且你说京东这种出枪方式够不够贪嘛？更贪了这把。 直接是飞将害灵，只有一把辽潜是他们最大的枪。
B post plants.
那这种枪械就还是他们会贯彻自己的风格嘛，找弱侧，然后去抽枪。
对，然后接下来第3分我也要。
哎，这个暗手没搜到。
They declared a shorty. They luckily do. Viva with a ghost again.
小手枪先走，让鬼魅的 Viva 走第一线去。
Like, where was this where was this JDG team like previously? Like, it's not only like how somebody's run the big gun, but like the FPX buy as well, the utility, the boombot. Like, I'm still surprised they didn't catch the silver there. You got a lot of people facing. You've lost Stu already. Okay, this is descendant. This is the JDG that we've been seeing. Good shot from Martin. Good call too, that he's like, it's all right for him to be a bit more aggressive because he is just on a sheriff. It's not the cleanest anti-eco in the world. And even Jakura doesn't really go for the fight either. He's just trying to play for where YH is. Yeah. I mean, comes down to a 1v1. Maybe the stress is lesser. It just feels like they've drilled a lot into this week. Like, they picked this map too, so maybe they've just had a full week of like, right, we're just going to make our Lotus really good. Like, we're just screaming Lotus.
所以这种更弹的出法，其实第3回合做到一个全胜级的对抗，我觉得这出法也行。
It's just a lot of like overall better player on the map. I feel like these guys have been watching a lot of like Lotus being played at the moment too. Like buddy systems here as well. You got Jakura and Stu pushing together, just putting some pressure over here, sending Stu in. Like faking that it's like a B execute, but the spike is actually safe here with some of this utility. You've put Stu in a great position. Everybody else is grouped up. We got good control. There's still question marks around here because of the Viper wall. Like, this is good, JDG. I'm actually really impressed. I don't like that from YH. Like, planting for open like that. I'm not gonna say a masterclass, but like, genuinely, like, how's Stu looking? JDG look really fucking good today. Like, they're actually playing around the map really nicely. There's definitely been a couple of like bad retakes and bad playing off of each other, but like some of the macro stuff that they've been doing, I feel like I'm watching a different fucking team. Gonna have to ask you about this. Good bonus. Like, what team am I watching, you know?
哇，这3把长枪就打赢了 Wolves 的长枪分啊！
对，帮助自己升了一把枪械，现在经济非常好。如果要起名局，现在可以非常早就摸出来了。
那现在场面上局势其实对于 Wolves 而言，图一有点不太乐观啊。虽然这张图是今天
Chica again too. There is mental.
刚刚说的那一个点上，今天如果
Yeah, that's how I feel. I just smiling like a little child. Yeah, oh yeah. Chris is going mental, I can imagine. He's like, why the fuck are JDG deciding to be good now?
还是比较稳的，他们现在这个身上的经济非常好，能够支撑他们2回合的一个回合实力啊。
已经往单下烟下去钻了。现在
I like the pace of this as well. You don't want every anti-eco to just be, oh, we're super scared of playing stuff. You've seen the camera over towards Ado, so you should be expecting the trip. You do. You break it. Perfect. You're still going for the execute, which timing of that was a little bit off. But again, I like the disrespect of like, we're up against an eco. We've broken like a trip and a camera. There's not too much else that the Cypher's going to have, at least over on this site. But if Aluba keeps killing people like this, Spring is a showstopper. They're still slowly rotating because they don't know if anybody's pushed upstairs or even if, like, because they've cut noise completely. Aldron is going to see one of them and probably saw both. But Secret, I think, was broken by Martin, which is a great call. There's the showstopper. Oh, and they just absolutely clear him out. And Aluba might ace. Neural theft. At least it was traded. Nicely done, Aluba. I like the fact that we're seeing JDG make like, all right, let's cut noise and see if we can push stairs. You know, actually mid rounding is nice. That's a good shot. This is a good shot. That's a great shot. That worked out nicely. Yeah. I mean, honestly, like, it's a thrifty. It's a bit bad for JDG. I think the only thing that really went wrong for them is just that execute timing. Like, the Paranoia and Stu went in too fast before anybody was even in a position to trade. Because they were still, like, clearing up the trip. So, like, that's hard for any team. It's so difficult. Because you're like, is the duelist going in too quickly? Or is the team being too slow behind them? And you've got both parties believing it's the other one's fault. And yeah, it's so difficult to tell. Because either you have the team that are playing fine, playing too fast, that they just make mistakes, they cut corners. Or you have the duelist feeling like they have to play slower and they're not as confident in what they're doing. And they kind of get a little bit like stuck in a formation. That's why H gone. You saw that was the spike too. Great. Like, fucking, that's great. That's great. It's so good. Like, it's just like, you get first killed, you have to make a play somewhere else. You're in a 4 versus 5. See if you can find space elsewhere. This needs to be watched. I don't know how much I trust this. Nobody's really watching it. Like, this needs to be careful too. Oh my god, J.K. just spins around and kills him. Notice that this one stairs as well from where the recon came in from. And then there's a showstopper for Stu. This is good. Like, you start this when you execute your plan open and you play open. Or at least you think that you're going to go out and play open. And Stu's just watching this to the last second. Good info. Like, I am beyond ecstatic with how good this has been going.
来说还是有一个大招领先，狼队还是要来拆解这种大招组合的。对，难题你没有做完，对这一方面，第二方面，今天京东墨在进入到包点之后是不给你任何机会的。所以刚才我们一直在聊的是这样一个双决斗阵容，在防守方到底怎么玩？他打
like great kill there. I like the idea though. I like the sort of like recon dart into the open. I think it works better if you maybe have an Odin that's playing. Like if you have an Odin in tree. And with the Silver here with a recon dart, granted it's probably the Silver that would have the Odin, right? And then you have a player in secret and you just like recon sandwich this. J. Kiro, Viva Stucor. I mean, YH has been like calling today has been exceptional. YH has done a good job with it, I think. And then Martin, like, you can't say that Martin's not been playing well. Martin gets a lot of flack because I think the maps where JDG look the worst, Martin is the one that falls off the most. Who's the RGL for JDG? YH Chen. This guy, who's no longer wearing a jacket. He's warmed up, quite literally. He's warmed up. Mm.
找到你的一个弱侧，这是现在狼队最头疼的。对。所以这也是刚才你一直我们在前面有关注到这个问题，就是现在的狼队他的群狼战术能不能够玩到极致，这是我们最近一直在观察的。
Is Val analysis still in? Nope. He's gone back to Korea and he's taken the JDG cat with him apparently. He's back into making YouTube content.
他现在毕竟防守方嘛，哎，我记得昨天咱俩聊的时候，你这其实昨天你也有说，现在狼队某些角度看什么呢 ？Call my call 比较像，对吧？但是他现在确实突破力，就算拿了双。
They've been aggressively fighting for this. You just used a haunt, it was broken. Prowler, a lot of stuff used here. It's still dangerous. Part of me's just like, don't fucking bother at this rate. Especially when they're playing beyond the trip. Like I feel like Wolves have like baited a lot of good utility out here to then just have good, comfortable control. Did the trip get broken? You've used both your Prowlers, and the trip is still up.
同一时间，这一次是把两人已经换到了 A。
Lockdown is used.
全面封锁啊，在这种
You still got this trip though
这个
in this one.
针对一个 B 包。
但我说真的，我这种时候要进 B 吗？我怎么不太信呢？按照他的风格来说。
Anything to play off the trip? No, it's broken. No.
主要叶林也能够覆
I
盖
think you want to be executing a little like.
也可以。
I think the magic number is when there's 3 seconds left on a lockdown. That's when you start going in.
包在 B 点里边。
Jacro 这边是叫上了 Stew 一起。
You obviously need to be expecting to fight because somebody might be just in that point.
先出有没有可能第一时间拉？没有。
Jakiro has a paranoia of his own, so the fact that he's on the aggressive angle.
玩焰火直接劝退，同时正
Bit of a rushed ult.
对两侧的包。
I like Plix's position here though.
防止对方来包夹，主动破圈。
I think you're fanning about here too much, JDG.
再找人，
这波是一个180度强线，先打原点17滴血，这还有一边。
Springs on half.
三个人位置全被 YO 探到了 ，YO 这波
Is he forced off of it? I'm trying to fucking track it. It's just one alive now, Viva.
再有发挥。
Never mind, everybody goes down. Yeah, Jakiro didn't need to be here. Stu didn't need to panic ult across here. You just use Nightfall as well.
全面封锁3个底牌。
是的，而且今天 YO
That was a bit of mincemeat.
太好了，意图还没有结束。
Doesn't smoke anything.
3回合的
I think he smoked on the execute as they went in.
JDG 手里
Yeah, you're right. Like, he wasn't even fully aware that this was a thing.
提前选一边去打前压的，他们选择在 AB 连以及是在 C 大10门。
Yeah, he had paranoia. That's the main one. That's why I don't like him on that position.
导致 Steal 的玩
You swap him and Stu.
后续去补了一个
That door gets broken. Recon gets broken. You can, like, showstopper out of here and paranoia with it.
边打就好
金
了。
狼也给你拦住，你就进不来，但这样就比较贪了。
I think that's J. Kuro turning into a duelist and forgetting that he's a controller. Like, because he's playing in duelist positions,
36滴血了，
not Omen positions. And, like, fuck me, if you want to get one thing right for Omen for any controller player, it's just positioning.
现在狼队
You can stand anywhere on the map, basically.
给一个花车巡游，防止京东第一时间是去转一个 B 的。
对，你看就是狼队这个阵容双决斗啊，他现在 B 侧单挂单
C
摸
区的一个单挑有没有说法？正面一直在给动静，其实
I mean, to be fair, Wolves are making the same mistake.
不给机会的。你看就这个阵容没办法。
But it's also Plex, who was used to being a duelist.
他整个打得还比较稳的。
暗眼推出来清掉克里斯，同时进来第二强线是 Spring。
AB 零还是不好抓啊。
那 AB 连进不来，但与此同时
Where was the help?
B 通有没有可能有人 ？Spring 的一个
Doesn't look good when you have Stu dying here, and then like 2 seconds after that, you have the Haunt coming in.
但是因为现在零还没有倒，道具还能生效，半线现在还没有找到的情况下，还是要求稳啊。
哎，这好像有一个上
Like a cartoon of like Stu goes down and the Haunt comes in away. It goes, guys, secret's clear.
乱吧，担心京东压哨转点，但是其实京东没有动。
Stu's just like, you son of a bitch.
但是站位还是没有改变的。
主要哎听到
This is way too passive.
是静音进来，
Like at least Spring has given away his position. They are so paranoid now. They can't plant in their usual spot. Martin gets a good kill. Martin's about to swing. Great fight. Whatever he's been doing for his aim routine has been crazy. And now it's just Coldfish. They know where he is.
就算找到的情况下，现在依然是一个1打2的拆分，手里这回合又是老样子，他现在有大招
又是狂。烈之怒局。
Hunter's Fury again. Choke that in the choke. You got the turret to play off.
但对方还有个
Nano Swarm used straight away. Was there a second Nano Swarm thrown on top of it? I'd have to imagine so. Is there a good Haunt lineup for here?
点位都有可能出人，
假
他还得
开之后找人。
转起来。
Yeah.
先确定一
Good
个，
timing on it, I think, as well.
但是实
Yeah, the plant's not great, but they were so scared.
一半吗？往
看
这先看。
到人影，提前想打掉4
They have no idea, though, where Martin's played.
扣的费只要10秒，招
Like, Martin has been
没有办法，因为
the most... Like, he's bailing JDG out in some of these rounds.
不漏声音即可。
But I think that's where he looks the best, when he's, like, almost, like, in a clutch situation.
非常快速的拿下了这个 B 包点之后，一波的一个回防就爆炸了。YU 这边10门过来的一个单挑啊，是没有办法，就这一份狼队的回防各自是没有去形成一个夹角的枪线的，基本都是一个单兵作
Yeah,
战。
mine plays up very well.
算是一个2点的小配合的一个对攻
But。some of the nervousness is kicking in again for JDG.
架台阶，然后跟 Spring 一起把 B 包点给放出来，后续回防就比较艰难。
刚才狂烈之怒为了 counter 对方的技能留了好多回合，看看这次什么时候放。
Pretty much a force-up from Wolves here.
琥珀的一个前
But
控，
look at the money still for JDG.
在终极技能这一块
Like,
的
it's
话，
so, like, close and tight.
终极技能的一个优势其实是在 Wolves 手里。
Definitely a swing round. You got a Viper's Pit if you can get in onto a site, and you don't really have anything that can help you get in there just yet.
把 YU 做了一个转变啊。
京东冒 JDG 也没有去选择 对 A 区做太多的控制啊，现在。
All of the utility's been broken from the Cypher, right? Can the Luba just not afford anything?
信息其实挺准的，主要就是受限阵容，这个阵容实在拖不住人。
C 区可能会进啊，因为第一区踩雷飞剑是清了一下前点。
Yeah, Aldrin sees quite a lot. 50 seconds though. You do need to try and force this omen away, but I think trying to go A after this
那假动作做完了之后，现在京东墨 JDG 43秒钟的时间去反清 A 大。
should actually be fine. Like that's good. Like good cutting noise. It has pulled rotations over. But there's like maybe 5 to 10 more seconds before they realize actually they're just cutting noise. They're going to see. There you go. Utility comes in, the paranoia comes across, the camera gets some information. Stu wins a really good fight. Hunter's Fury's going to come in across the site, gets a ping onto one player. And that's about it. Stu, I mean, that's great. Yeah, I mean, Wolves ran this last time against Trace. They don't really have too much cooked up here, it doesn't look like. I think it's just very brave for JDG to be picking it, but to be fair, they've been playing it very nicely. Hello? Not done yet. Alright, nice JDG. The threat of breaks just yet. We still have a couple more rounds to go. Jesus, China production.
因为在狼队他们整体的这样的一个清剿当中，先选择打了奎夫外的人，然后还用寻敌剑找到了在奎夫内的 Steal， 其实给到奎蛇的这种压力。
Really good execute. And the paranoia too.
是的，这一刻，京东离自己首图的胜利如此之近。京东说实话，在整个 Stage 1这个赛段来看，图一能拿下的次数屈指可数。
Yeah, I mean, it started off with J. Kura having some pretty bad, like, paranoias. Either not hitting the angles that they should do, or accidentally hitting teammates. But pretty much ever since, like, the first time out, I think, for JDG, been good.
有没有可能在这回合选择一个更加果断的前压反擒？有没有可能？这个阵容他现在只能这么玩了，放点确实清不回去。
他其实技能投掷还很多啊，无人机以及是。
This is a big game for Wolves. Not only is it for like qualifying for playoffs, but also if you lose this, you're 2 and 4.
对狼队而言，他们在安置爆能器之后的回
With
关键的道具之一。
4 games in Stage 2.
用掉了。
就是狼队这个阵容
JDG, if like they go 1 and 4, they have 5 games in Stage 2.
换点去做补防，但只是说这个阵容确实突然能力只靠一个零是。
And they get to scrim. Is Billy actually good? I don't know. Like, I mean, there's been a lot of improvements really for this team, especially on this map. But I think for a lot of like, if I'm coaching, I think this is like the map to get good at, because I think like Ascent is really good for fundamentals and stuff, but I think that Lotus is also kind of like that. Nice double kill. Oh, but YH gets 2 with a Guardian. Okay. Suddenly a 2 versus 2. YH might be able to get a gun upgrade. He's gone from a Guardian to a Spectre to a Guardian. He's like, can somebody just give me a good fucking gun, please? YH's been hit by this, but he's like on site. Oh my god, Viva saved him. Aluba, is he going to stall this? He's not. He's going to try and play it out. YH could have just a god tier around here. Oh. Oh. Nice. All right. Fucking, that's that rare Atom team. That's where they've been. Not only do they end up winning this first map, but they just look a million times better than they did last week. The difference between that Billy series and this is ridiculous. But this was a 2 versus 4 that they turned around.
但是对于他们来说，就像赛前 Still 打到了科比那句话是绝对不能放弃的。
That's more like it. Nice. So like Sunset being the 3rd map is really good for JDG, even if they end up losing Ascent. But also, to be fair, like Ascent was also a map where I think JDG's protocols were really fucking bad. So even if we see JDG lose against Wolves on Ascent, if they look better protocol-wise, I am like fully erect for this team. Not even joking.